I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
CBS The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers revealed that Brooke and Taylor's fight was never over. Longtime fans of The Bold and the Beautiful will know that Brooke and Taylor's recent fight isn't about vying for Ridge for their side. It's been fought years ago. Perhaps the biggest and most intense battle recently was 4 years ago, during the wedding of her daughter. Hope and Liam, Steffy and Taylor's family was also invited to the wedding, but for some reason Brooke and Taylor had a big fight in the kitchen. The weapon they used to throw each other was the wedding cake. Hope and Steffy go down to find ways to stop this war. Otherwise, Hope and Liam's wedding would be destroyed by Brooke and Taylor. Why were Brooke and Taylor arguing in the kitchen before Hope's wedding started? Until now, Brooke, because she wanted her daughter, Hope, to be happy, had come to threaten Taylor. She wouldn't accept Thomas's claim to Douglas. Brooke would do anything for her daughter to keep Douglas. But Taylor also refused to let his nephew stay in a house that was not related to the boy. Douglas should be left with his biological father and relatives, but Brooke doubts that Thomas is taking good care of Douglas, when he has suffered from depression and emotional and mental effects due to the death of his wife. Taylor feels like Thomas and his family have been offended and are very angry, so she definitely won't let Douglas live with someone like Brooke. Because of the controversy over the custody of Douglas, Brooke and Taylor begin a new battle. Perhaps this battle is the same as the one from 4 years ago. The writer previously revealed that Brooke and Taylor used to throw bad cakes at each other, so maybe this time they will see something and use something else as a weapon. And in this episode, Brooke and Taylor actually got into a fight and painted the paint Douglas used as a weapon to throw at each other. Fans realized that if no one stood up to stop the fight between these two women, things would go further and further. It would be worse than people imagine. But everything is an excuse for Brooke and Taylor to fight. And the biggest reason why the two women compete is Ridge. If Ridge had taken a firm stance about meddling between them, it wouldn't have ended up in such an intense and terrible battle. If Brooke's side has hoped to agree and support her mother's return to Ridge, Taylor always has Steffy and Thomas by her side to support her mother's decisions. Steffy and Thomas wanted more than anyone else to want Taylor and Ridge to reunite, and they thought that Ridge would go back to his original family, where their wives and children were. Of course, Taylor's wishes are the same as those of Steffy's and Thomas, and she also wants Ridge to choose to return to her instead of Brooke. Both women try to fight for their feelings, and Brooke certainly will not give Ridge to Taylor. She will work for her marriage without giving up anything. And now the two families are entangled in a fight for custody of Douglas. If Brooke had given up to give Douglas to Brooke and Hope, furthermore, Douglas is Taylor's grandson, so there's no reason for him to stay with Hope. Will Taylor win the battle for custody of Douglas?
Always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.